Marquette is located in the Pure Salon, and it specializes in taking care of any of those little flaws on our skin that you might not want to see anymore. Ansley Watson is there to tell us exactly how they take care of these. Good morning, Ansley.
Good morning, Vicki. Yes, I know that most of us probably have some scars on our skin that's not very wanted, or maybe we have some dark spots from the sun. Well, here at SKN Marquette, they can take care of all of that for you. They do certain treatments such as oil therapy, laser treatments, and microneedling. So in a little while, we're going to meet up with a doctor and talk about how these processes work. So stay with us. Reporting live in Marquette, Ansley Watson, TV6 News.
All right, thank you very much, Ansley. Sounds great. As we get ready for the day with all of the sun that we have in the forecast, the largest organ in your body is your skin. And through the years, it gets some beaten up a little bit. So this morning, Ansley Watson is at SKN Marquette telling us more about ways that you can better care for it and make it look shiny and new. Good morning, Ansley.
Good morning, Vicki. There are so many skincare treatments out there that I didn't even realize. Joining me this morning is Dr. Jason Beatty, and you do so much work here at SKN Marquette.
I do. Good morning.
Good morning. Thanks for being with me.
Thanks for coming.
So first of all, SKN Marquette, it's located inside Pure Salon.
Correct.
It opened in January.
Yep, we started in January. It was kind of an experiment, to be honest, to see if there would be any kind of a need or a want even. And it's kind of blown up a little bit, so we're getting busier and busier and busier.
Well, yeah, and what are some of the services that you offer?
So we do just about everything from laser treatments for toenail fungus, acne, hair removal. We do all therapy, which is one of my favorite ones. It's very effective for tightening the skin. We can tighten the jowls, lift the eyebrows, tighten the neck, the décolleté, which is, as you age, you tend to get some wrinkles in the skin. Right here, we can take that out. It's a one-time procedure. That's it, one and done. Lasts for 2 to 3 years. Looks great. I can get a pretty similar result as actual surgery. So wow. It's kind of nice. You don't want to be cut. This is the way to go.
Also, microneedling. I know you had a couple of needles on you. What is this? What would you use this for?
So microneedling works really well. What I like it the best for is for scarring, say acne scarring, if you have a ton of scarring in your face, or maybe a dog bite or something along those lines. What we do, this thing acts a bit like a tattoo gun, causes these tiny little needles to go in and out. They're not very big.
No.
Doesn't hurt. I actually numb your face with a numbing cream just to take away any discomfort whatsoever, and then we run this across the face over the scar. What we do is break that scar up, and over time, so your body will build more collagen and elastin, kind of flatten that scar out, and make it look more like regular skin.
What do you find that most people come in here to remove or just to help with their skin?
So laser hair removal obviously is probably our #1 procedure. Most people want to come in to get their bikini line taken care of. They call it permanent hair reduction. I call it permanent hair removal because it is very effective, and we do sell in packages of 6, but I really like customer happiness, so I will let you come back in if we need to clean you up. I'm not going to charge you for that. I want you to be happy. So that's probably our #1 procedure. This is starting to take off, the all therapy. Botox definitely is always popular with everybody, so that's probably another one that we do a lot of.
Yeah, definitely. Do you notice a lot of teens coming in then for acne?
Acne, yeah. We see a lot of teenagers for acne, and then later on we see them for acne scarring, obviously, as they get older. But it's very effective for the acne treatments. What we do is I use a laser to superheat. You don't feel it, obviously, but it superheats the follicles that the acne actually lives in, the bacteria. So we're not only going to kill the bacteria, but we're also going to tighten those pores to make it less likely for that bacteria to build inside there again. So it's kind of nice. You get a little bit of face tightening with it.
Well, I was telling you that I did have acne when I was in middle school and high school, and this was not the treatment that I had done.
Right.
But you said it's gotten so much better since then.
Oh yeah, the lasers are so much more effective nowadays. And the nice thing about the lasers these days, most people, if they had treatment 10 years ago with the laser, would never do it again because it was so painful. But now they have internal coolers, so it really just feels like a warm water drip as opposed to an elastic band snap.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Really cool thing that you also do here, tattoo removal.
We do. We do tattoo.
What kind of process is that?
Okay, so for years, all we've had were lasers to do tattoo removal. And the trouble with lasers is it's extremely expensive. It takes time, 17 to 23 treatments, depending on the colors. There are some colors the laser can't completely remove, so you're going to have some faded tattoo look. What we use is a company called Tattoo Away is the name of the machine. It's similar to a tattoo gun, but as we're tattooing you or running over the tattoo, we're sending a chemical called Temprosol into the skin. What that does is break up the pigment underneath the skin of the tattoo, causes it to come to the surface into the scab. So as you scab over, all that ink is in there. So after a couple of weeks, the scab falls off naturally, and you're left with a hole or a white piece of skin. same skin color you had before you had the tattoo on.
Interesting.
It's great.
Compared to normal tattoo removal where it's not really a removal.
Correct. This is done right back to normal skin.
Okay. Well, thank you so much for being with us, Dr. Jason
Absolutely.
Beatty, and we'll talk more about that when we come back. Stay with us. Reporting live in Marquette, Ansley Watson, TV6 News.
All right, this is fascinating. Thank you very much, Ansley. Of course, like we were saying, the skin gets beaten up a lot.
Oh, yes, it
Got to be
does.
really careful. We've got a lot of back 47 after. There are a lot of ways to make your skin look its best. Ansley Watson is at SKN Marquette this morning to tell us more about how they can help you do that. Good morning, Ansley.
Good morning, Vicki. We've had a busy morning talking about laser hair removal, tattoo removal, microneedling, all these really awesome things that you can do here at SKN Marquette. This morning, though, we're going to talk more about oil therapy, and I'm joined here with Dr. Jason Beatty. Thank you so much for being with us.
Absolutely.
So this is newer technology, you'd say. It uses ultrasound?
It does. What oil therapy does is, of course, over time your skin ages underneath before it ages to the surface. So the idea behind oil therapy was to use ultrasound guidance to heat the layers one at a time. So we're going down through the whole depth of your skin, not just one layer, like a lot of the treatments we have is just a one-layer treatment. So we're basically treating you from the inside out. It's semi-painless, I would say. It's not pain-free, but it's very tolerable. I've never had anybody ask me to stop. What we do is use ultrasound guidance with this there's a little section here on my screen that shows where I am so I can tell that I'm in the right layer. And then I use the ultrasound to heat the underlying tissues. What that does is create a collagen and elastin response throughout the entire layer to give you more youthful skin. And as anybody out there could tell, you don't actually need the treatment.
So we'll just test it out here without actually using
Absolutely.
it. See how it works.
So normally what I would do is I would mark your face, and if you could see on the screen, basically what we're looking at is these sections that I'm going to treat. I mark it because there are areas we don't want to treat because you might have a facial nerve or something along there. We don't want to damage anything. So that's why we do the markings, and obviously we didn't have time to do that. But what I would do is we would start out, let's say we were going to treat this section right under here. Some people don't like that waddle right here. I would start here, and I would do so many pulses all the way up to tighten that skin. And then we would move to a different section. So two things that this does that I love. One, I can always see where I'm at, so I'm not hitting bone and making you cry. And two, we're tightening your skin. The effect takes about 2 to 3 months to really see an effect because it's natural, right? We're not injecting you with Botox or anything that's going to change your look today. This is going to be more natural. People aren't going to notice until it's been a few months if they haven't seen you. Oh, wow, what did you do? As opposed to walking out the door and they say you must have had something done, right?
Yeah.
So that's what I like about it. It gives you your natural collagen response, which is wonderful.
You're also telling me about this threading technique. Talk to me more about this.
So what a PDO thread lift does, when we, just like this, and what we're trying to do is create damage inside the skin so that the body will respond with its own collagen and elastin, correct? We want a natural response. So with PDO thread lifting, I use a needle that has a thread inside. And when I say thread, all it is a suture. So if you've ever had surgery, you've had this suture inside of you. So hypoallergenic, so forth, very safe. What I do is I will, for instance, let's say we want to take care of the wrinkles in the forehead. I will thread this direction and then again in this direction to create a collagen matrix, something for that collagen to bind to and build. So your body will absorb those threads over the span of about 2.5 to 3 months. The threads will disappear, but in the meantime, it continues to work, tightening the skin, tightening the pores, causing the wrinkles to disappear. Fine lines almost always go away completely. Deeper lines we can sometimes get rid of, but we can really minimize them. So I can give you a real youthful look, and it lasts 2 to 3 years. So it's one treatment and it's done. So
we're talking like something Botox versus this. Botox, you would have to do it every couple months or so, and this is a more permanent, I guess.
Right, and Botox is great if you got a wedding coming up or something, you want something done right now, because within a week you're going to see a difference. So that's why where Botox comes in. But for a permanent or longer lasting, Botox isn't the answer. But
well, SKN Marquette, located right here in Pure Salon in Marquette. Is there anything else you'd like to say about your business here?
I love working in Pure Salon. Being a physician, I am clinical all the time. But here, I love being able to just walk out and see the people. They want to ask me questions. I can sit right next to them while they're having their hair colored. It's wonderful. It's non-clinical.
Right. So, well, thank you so much for being with us this morning, showing all those great treatments.
Thanks for coming.
Reporting live in Marquette, Ansley Watson, and we'll be back with more of your TV6 Morning News after the break.